Good morning, it's Mike getting his hike on. Hike on with Mike. Well, I came out of Gooch Mountain Shelter, and I've decided, though I have excellent sense of direction on roads, on the trail I am directionally challenged. The term commonly used on the roads, never so much applied. I have an intuition or a sense about direction. On the trail, doesn't always work out that way. When I leave shelters, today I did a 10th mile going the wrong way. But I'm corrected now. We're definitely getting our hike on. I already warmed up with an incline out of the Gooch Mountain Shelter. We're going to Gooch Gap now and on to Woody's Gap. Let's see, we'll pass Woody's Gap and keep going. Trying to see what I'll average. When I was planning this two-legged section hike, all northbound, I did not know going solo, first time out here solo, what I could really do when I hike my own hike. If you're with somebody else, you're always hiking at a different pace. And of course, if they go faster, then I would hike my own hike. But if they go slower, you hike their hike if you stay with them. So, trying to determine mileage, I was motivated to reach my end goal at Franklin, North Carolina. So I did a 16-mile day, but that's really not my pace. I was just talking to a kind, good-hearted German trail name Bottle, because he carries a lot of empty bottles for when he needs water, and he'll keep them in his pack. So he got the trail name Bottle. We talked quite a bit. He was an exchange student in middle school and high school from Germany, and every couple years he travels to the U.S. and hikes. He's an avid hiker. He's retired now, so he did the AT, and he was doing a through hike, but he wasn't able to get the Whites and Maine. So he's going to have to come back next year. And so he seems like he won't finish it in 12 months. But he's satisfied. He'll hike the whole thing in a year and a half. You never know who you'll meet on the trail. Plenty of people from other cultures. And of course, he worked his whole career in Germany as a civil engineer. All right, well, let's look at the trail. The sun coming up. It's about 9 a.m. Ooh, flashing into the camera lens, some whiteout from the sun. We're back in the green tunnel now. Plenty of shade, wonderful trails in Georgia. Open and very well maintained in Georgia. That's a reputation. I'm going to see 58 miles of Georgia, and so far I've done 4. Got 54 to go. That's why I'm looking to get 12 miles today so I can keep a pace. I've heard there's some long stretches for me, like maybe 7 miles with little water. Like right now, it's 5 miles with little water. Should get a decent water source at that point. And but then there'll be 7 miles with little water. Might find a trickle somewhere, but not reliable. Looking at the trail. Heading into Woody's Gap. It's still 3 miles out. Still early in the day. Thin little trail. Got the mountain going up and the descent ravine gully going down, and I'm on the longest footpath in the United States, the Appalachian Trail. A lot of trail life people call it the AT. They keep it simple. The AT. Okay. And you're hiking on with Mike. I'm taking a selfie here. You're going to see a nice view behind me. I'm going to turn the camera around, but I wanted to tell you that I'm working this hike. But I'm sweating, it's hot and humid. Still headed to Woody's Gap, and this view showed up. I'm going to show you. I can name drop. I watch a lot of YouTube channels. Archive Adventures, I think I have it correct. It's about 4 guys, professional. But I heard one of them say, you have to pay the rent when you come on trail. I'm showing you my sweat. It's hot and humid in Georgia. It's still before noon. It's actually before 11 a.m., working hard coming uphill. But I'm paying the rent. That means you got to pay the dues. You got to hike the hike, and you got to work it. Here we go. And there we have it. Last video take, I said pay the rent. You have to pay the dues to build the strength, to train, to go on day hikes, and make the effort because you paid the rent. You put the work in. Some say do the footwork. And here's a big view. One quick look back again at this range. We are on Blood Mountain. I wanted to insert that, but peaking Blood Mountain on the AT, the Appalachian Trail. Hiking on with Mike here. It's been a long day. I'm at a campsite here. Here's a single tent location, which I could stay here, or I could go, they say it's like a straight up ascent to Blood Mountain, which the true peak of Blood Mountain's where the stone building is. And of course, sleeping is accommodated there with the stone building and sleep sites, tent sites around it. But I'll most likely set up my tent because I have a solid liner to get me more insulation. It's warmer. So if the cold air blows, which it is late July, July 27th, so it gets cool. It could get down to 60, and that's cold. If I didn't bring a sleeping bag. I brought a little sheet, cut up sheet, to cover myself a little bit, and I didn't bring any long sleeve shirt, or I brought some like black knit leggings just to warm my legs. They're just the leggings. They don't even include the pants part. Anyway, it's been a long day. I've been hiking hard, 12 miles. It'll be 13 if I take that ascent. I might take it slowly and go about 0.8 miles in an hour and a half, but just to step very slowly and keep the ascent. All right, I'll show you Blood Mountain either tonight or in the morning. It's been a tiring day, but I'm still hiking on. I busted on up this Blood Mountain. Let's see. Here's a familiar sight to those that have watched many AT videos. The stone building up on Blood Mountain, the true peak. I'm gonna be staying here tonight. As I've talked some before, there's my foldable Sierra Madre hiking sticks. My favorite, awesome. I researched, looked at Black Diamond, which they collapse, but they don't fold. Fold is much better for packing. If you do not want to use the sticks all the time, which I do not, there is some good momentum gained by not using sticks in some situations. And that's where they're not needed for balance, river crossings. All right, I'm back inside the stone building. We've got some information placards there. We have more on this side. And not trying to get into details. Watched a lot of videos, but I've never seen this shown. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Well, I'm with this. Look at this inscription. Welcome to Blood Mountain. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. This mountain has been immortalized for recognition of the bloodshed of the Son of God. Isn't that amazing? I've watched many thru hikers. I cannot say I have seen that highlighted. I had shut down my phone to conserve battery till tomorrow, but I had to turn it back on for that. Here's my gear. I'm going to be setting up night here. I'm trying to cool down. I broke a sweat and I'm pretty wet from the waist up with sweat coming up 13 miles today. I'll have to confirm my total mileage, but I went ahead and did the elevation, 0.8 miles up to this peak and stone building. So here. In this situation, I set up my tent, and I'm packed light with no sleeping bag, so I'm waiting for, looking for protection when the night gets cold, and this tent will keep my body heat within this single tent. Also, last night I had a good Thermarest mattress full of air. Somehow it's flattened on me. I've filled it twice, so I picked up a hole. All right, well, I did step to the other side. We've got trees over here. So this is looking mostly west. There you have it from Blood Mountain.